Hello, I'm Boris, and I will be ranking my top 10 favourite Jackbox games. I will not separate sequels from their originals here, so don't worry, Fibbage and Quiplash won't steal the entire list. Also, this list is based on simply how fun the game is to play, as I play about twice a week with fellow Discord users including fellow YouTuber Boris, and also Yonimations, both of whom will be appearing in this video. So let's get on to number 10. Coming in at number 10 is Blather Round from Party Pack 7. This takes a similar approach to Akinator, except the roles are reversed. One player will describe a certain prompt, and will have very limited word choice. Whoever guesses the prompt first will win money as well as a presenter. It's fairly simple, but a lot of the fun comes from that. A great concept for a game. Ninth place has to go to Guesspionage from Party Pack 3. I know this game isn't for everyone, but when I've played it with friends we've had a blast. Each player guesses a percentage of people corresponding to an act, per se, percentage of viewers subscribed to Oscar's gaming. Other players will guess if it's higher or lower, and will also have an option to make it double so if the player gets it 50% off either way. This has great underlying strategy and is overall just very fun. Now in 8th place we have Drawful from Party Pack 1. It has sequels in the form of standalone Drawful 2 and Drawful Animate in Party Pack 8. This game lets you draw something according to a prompt, and other players have to guess what it is. From the pool of answers, they then have to guess which is the correct one. The artist gets points if somebody guesses their answer, and you also get points if somebody guesses your fake one. While this game has its setbacks, for example the lack of an undo button, it is a classic and my personal favourite drawing game. Well, apart from Patently Stupid, which takes 7th place and is in Party Pack 5. You each write problems we face as a society, such as my intestines keep exploding, or I got demoted on Discord, and then you have to come up with a solution for that by way of an invention. You also create a name and tagline and present your invention to the other players. This is a great game for creativity, and the third round works great too. In 6th place, and for the first time ever not being in first, we have Quiplash from Party Pack 2, which received sequels in packs 3 and 7. This game is probably the most simple of any on this list, but it pulls off its goal wonderfully. The game will put you head to head with another player and you'll both receive a prompt such as the worst theme for a pinball machine. The answers will be voted on by the other players, and generally the funniest wins. Each game has a different final round, all culminating in our first S-tier game here. Coming in at 5th place we have the great Mad vs City, and of course we'll hand this one over to our favourite gerbletician, Boris.
Here we have Mad vs City, perhaps one of the most epic games on Jackbox. Maybe it's not the most out-of-the-blue idea ever, but it's the execution that matters. In a nutshell, it's basically a rap battle, but with an interesting twist. First, you simply write any word according to the instructions, and then the game will use it in a randomly pre-written line. Then, you have to write your own rhyme to follow up on that. The combination of your own input in the games makes for a really engaging game, where you not only have to outsmart your opponent in the game, but also yourself in a way. Not to mention, the atmosphere is pretty epic with the rundown city aesthetic and tense intermission music. But my favorite part of this game is the Jackbox Bridge. Guys, I'm so sorry.
4th place is to go to one of the most underrated games here, Talking Points from Party Pack 7. Here you present a talk you know absolutely nothing about. Seriously, you have a helper who decides your slides for you. This game is extremely fun, as in you have to make it up as you go along, while all the other players are harshly judging you. Absolute Chad of a PowerPoint exercise. Now in 3rd place, with the fan favourite game second only to Quiplash, survived the internet from Party Pack 4. In my opinion, this is a game that deserves a sequel the most, since it could be even better with advanced gameplay. Essentially, the game has you write a response to a question, and another player has to take that response completely out of context. Everyone then votes on which was the funniest quote taken out of context. My friends and I have had some of the most cursed experiences ever on this game, which is honestly why I have it ranked so high. In 2nd place we have the most underrated game in the entire Jackbox series, JobJob from Party Pack 8. I'll allow Yonimations to explain this one.
JobJob is a game from Jackbox Party Pack 8 featuring this really annoying water cooler as your host. In this game, each person is provided with 3 prompts to which they respond to, although you can write about pretty much anything you want. Then, each player receives 3 random paragraphs written by other people. Responding to the situations they are presented with, each player arranges words from other people's paragraphs to come up with a usually funny answer. You can get more points depending on how many players you nab words from, though you can cheat through the use of punctuation, and players vote for whichever response they think is funniest, or the best. This format continues on for 2 more rounds until at the end, the person with the most points wins, which is how most games work. Duh.
And of course, first place has to go with the game with the most installments, that being Fibbage from Party Pack 1, with sequels in packs 2, 4 and 9. This is such an amazing game where you're given a prompt where you have to fill in the blank, such as the Michelin Man's strange real name. Similar to Drawful, everybody then guesses which is the right answer. All this makes for a solid 8-tier game. But Pack 4 introduces Fibbage, Enough About You, which makes the game more personalized by writing questions about each of the players. This is such a fun game to play with others, as you learn about each other, and most of all, have a great time.
Thank you everyone, and subscribe to Bertil Auris.
Bertil Auris here, and today I'm here to confess that I have not been faithful in my marriage.